what's up YouTube? Welcome to the channel, Meakhernandez. Now today, the shoe that we're going to be cleaning are some Nike Air Max 90s, triple white. Now, these shoes are everyday wear dirty. There's no mud, no ketchup, no being drugged through, fucking junkyard and ran over by a car. These are everyday wear and tear dirty. Like, dirty, you've worn the shoes for couple weeks and ain't even clean them, right? But let's go ahead and I'm gonna show you what this shoe is looking like. But first, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. That way the algorithm pushes my video out to more people. But let's go ahead and check out this shoe, see what we can do with it. Now we got the shoe on the table, so let's take a look to see how bad it really is. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm not a fan of putting mud and dirt and ketchup or whatever on the shoes just to clean them and have content. I like shoes to be legit dirty for legit reasons. All right, but anyway, let's go ahead and take a look to see what we're working with. All right, so right now, just looking at the outsole of the shoe, we can tell that the bottom is dirty. The midsole is dirty. This mesh part, it's pretty stained. I'm not sure if the camera's really picking it up that good, but take a look at that right there. This is stained here. All right. Now, one thing that I do know about, shoes, when you see these sneaker cleaning shoes, this threading, for the most part, I don't care what shoe cleaner you're using, this is not going to come out. They always use something else to get this back white again, and I'm going to show you how they do it. I'm not going to front on you all and say the shoe cleaner that I'm using is remarkable and it gets all this out, because it don't. And I'm going to show you guys after I clean the shoe. All right, but look, let's take a look at the toe box. We can tell it's dirty, it's stained. This is going to be tough. All right, so now taking a look at the medial side of the shoe, you can see these dirt marks right along this area. This is pretty dirty also. Leather's a little scratched up right there. I'm not really going to be doing any kind of restoration on the shoe per se, just getting it as clean as possible. And I believe here there's another little like scuff. We're not going to worry too much about that either. Bottom of the shoe, fairly clean. It's not too bad. Take a look at the heel of the shoe. We can really see right here how bad that's kind of scuffed up and dirty. All right, take a look. So now we're about to get started. Let's go ahead and unlace this shoe and get the cleaning going. So we got the shoe unlaced. Let's go ahead and put a shoe tree in here. That way we have a little more, stability on the toe box. But first, we're just going to take insole out. All right, so we got the shoe tree in there. All right, now that we got the shoe cleaned, I am going to give it another pass. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take out the insole. I'm going to take out the shoe tree. And we're going to go ahead and hit the liner up. All right, let's put the shoe tree back in. Now we got the shoe tree. We have the shoe tree back into the shoe. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the outside one more time. Now let's go ahead and make sure we hit this back up pretty good. Now we got the upper is, we got that cleaned up. So now let's go ahead and hit the midsole up and also hit the bottom of the shoe. Right now I'm just kind of hitting up these mesh parts a little bit more with a little bit stiffer of a brush. But we'll see how that turns out. As you see, I'm hitting the shoe multiple times. No real cuts, per se. So now let's go ahead and hit this bottom up. Okay, so we got this shoe pretty much saturated in the cleaning solution. So let's go ahead and do the insole. Let's move that to the side. Get that insole there. So we get the insole cleaned up. Let's throw that to the side. Now let's work on these laces. Now that we have the shoestrings cleaned up, we got the insole cleaned up, we got the shoe cleaned up. Let's go ahead and get these rinsed off and finish off the process and come back and see where we at. So it's been about 24 hours since we went ahead and cleaned the shoe. We got it dried up, but I do want to focus on one thing here. Let's zoom in. So as we see, the mesh is still kind of dingy. Looking at the toe box, let's look at the heel tab here. It's still a little dingy. For the most part, the shoe did clean up good, as we can see. Nice and white. The tongue, let's see if it focuses here, still a little dingy. Taking a look here at the medial side, we see the mesh still a little dingy. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit this shoe up one more time, but I'm gonna actually just concentrate on the mesh parts of the shoe. And as we see here on the stitching, it did come out fairly good, but it is still kind of stained. If it's kind of focusing here, let's put a finger. Cleaned up again, so it's going to be another 24 hours before I can actually finish this shoe, but we'll get right into it and show you what the outcome looks like after the second cleaning. So it's been a few hours since we went ahead and cleaned the shoes for a second time. Let me show you what happened here. So it's still a little discolored, but it looks a million times better on the actual toe box when you see here. This kind of just a shadow, kind of see that. But we're gonna go ahead and look at the mesh here on the side of the shoe. A lot brighter. Take a look at the heel, a lot brighter as well. And taking a look at the medial side, the mesh came out pretty white. So now the issue that we're running into is, as I mentioned, you see these that stitching right there. We're gonna go ahead and take care of that, but first let's go ahead and get the laces put onto these shoes. I'm not gonna bore y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it done right now. All right, so we got the shoes laced up. I went ahead and put the insole back into the shoe, and this is how the shoe is looking. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take care of this stitching because it is discolored from the dirt. All right, so let's go ahead and knock that out. Let's do the back side. Medial side. All right, so we went ahead and got that stitching cleaned up. So now let's just go ahead and let the shoe dry a little bit and we'll go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so it's been a few minutes since we went ahead and applied the shoe whitener onto the stitching of the shoe. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so as we see, first, let's just concentrate on that stitching. The stitching is back white, not stained with that dirt anymore. It came out really good compared to what it was. Taking a look up at the toe box of the shoe. Like I said, it is a little staining in it. The camera really isn't picking it up that great. But it is, in this area right here, it is a little stained. The shoelaces are back fresh and white. The heel of the shoe, can't beat that. The stitching, fresh and white. Take a look at that there. Taking a look at the medial side of the shoe, came out really good. I did mention that when I was cleaning the shoe, we had like a little scratch right here. I didn't worry about that. Not going to repaint it, not worth it. It is there. That's not dirt. As you can tell, it is like a scratch stain, a scratch on it. But other than that, the shoe's in really good shape. Now taking a look over at the bottom side of the shoe. Now originally the shoe wasn't too bad to begin with at the on the bottom of the shoe, but we did get this cleaned up pretty good. So there you have it. That's how the Nike Air Max 90 triple white with the gum bottom look. Hey guys, thanks for taking the time out to watch this video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. That way the algorithm pushes my videos out to more people. Alright, thanks. Peace.